Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder walking tour. Today's adventure takes us to Metropolis, Illinois, in southern Illinois, right along the banks of the Ohio River. You can see right off the bat that Metropolis has embraced its connection to Superman. This 15-foot tall painted bronze statue of Superman, reportedly the tallest statue of Superman in the world, stands here in front of the Massac County Courthouse. Each year on the second weekend of June, the city hosts the Superman celebration, which attracts fans from around the world. Since its inception in June of 1979, this 4-day event has featured celebrity guests, vendor booths, discussion panels, auctions, a costume contest, and other festivities that celebrate the Man of Steel. There's also a statue of Lois Lane that we'll see here in just a bit along our walk, as well as we'll walk by the Super Museum that has some great artifacts from the Superman comics all the way up through the movies. Even the city newspaper itself pays homage to Superman by calling itself the Metropolis Planet, where in Superman it's the fictional daily planet that Superman works for. Metropolis even appears in a Superman comic number 92, in a story titled Massacre in Metropolis, where a villain mistakenly believes he has arrived in Superman City only to discover that the real world town idolized the hero. We're walking past here on our left the Super Museum, which is a popular attraction dedicated to all things Superman. It's located here right downtown in the hometown of Superman. The museum was founded by Jim Hambrick in 1993 and houses one of the largest collections of Superman memorabilia in the world. There are over 70,000 Superman related items inside, including costumes, props from the movies and TV shows, rare comic books and collectibles, action figures, toys, and other merchandise that span decades, as well as original artwork and promotional material. As we walk along the streets of Metropolis, here's a little bit more about the history of this town itself. Located along the Ohio River, the Metropolis area has seen a rich tapestry of settlement throughout its history. For millennia, various Native American cultures thrived here, with the Mississippian culture peaking around 1100 AD. This culture constructed impressive earthworks near present-day Collinsville, Illinois, and these sites are now UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which reflects the advanced society and extensive trade network created by the Native Americans along the Ohio and Mississippi valleys. In 1757, French settlers established Fort de l'Ascension during the French and Indian War, later abandoned after a British victory and subsequent Cherokee attacks. President George Washington ordered Fort Massac's reconstruction in 1794, which was a strategic outpost that was ravaged by the 1811 and 1812 New Madrid earthquakes and later abandoned by the U.S. military. But soon migrants immigrated to this area, many bringing slaves until their emancipation after Illinois entered the Union as a free state. Metropolis itself was founded in 1839 near Fort Massac, which envisioned itself as a pivotal transportation hub on the Ohio River. During the American Civil War, despite Southern sympathies in some quarters, Illinois remained loyal to the Union. Before the war, there were efforts to establish a Western District of Columbia, which would have encompassed Metropolis and nearby Kentucky areas. In the 20th century, agriculture remained pivotal, but today tourism itself has gained prominence as not only the city itself builds itself as the city of Superman, but there's also a very large casino and hotel that draws visitors from across the region. In addition to being known as the home of Superman, Metropolis also honors another iconic character from the Superman universe, Lois Lane. Just 3 blocks from where we saw the huge 15-foot tall Superman statue, we find this statue of Lois Lane, which is actually a bronze tribute to actress Noelle Neal. Neal portrayed the fearless reporter and Superman's love interest in the 1950s TV series The Adventures of Superman, which she starred with opposite George Reeves. Due to her frequent visits to Metropolis and her involvement in the annual Superman celebration, she became affectionately known as the First Lady of Metropolis. The statue that we saw was unveiled in 2010 and stands just a little over 6 feet tall, which really would tower over the real life Neil, who was just 5 feet tall. Massac County Courthouse serves as the center of government for Massac County and has a rich history tied to the region's development. Massac County was officially formed in 1843, and shortly after, plans were made for a courthouse here in Metropolis, the county seat. The first courthouse was a simple wooden structure which eventually became inadequate as the county grew. The courthouse that we see today was constructed in 1942, which replaced earlier versions that had deteriorated or were too small. While not in great shape today, the old historic Massick Theater is a good example of Art Deco architecture here in the downtown area. This this particular theater was constructed in the 1930s, and although its facade remains in good condition, the theater has been abandoned since the late 1980s. The last film to grace its screen was Superman in 1978. Another historic structure here in the downtown area is City National Bank. The bank itself was established in 1907. Our final stop on our tour is right here in front of this green rock, which is a representation of a huge chunk of kryptonite. The locals keep it a safe distance from the Superman statue that we saw earlier, which is a clever move considering the rock's potential harmful effects on the Man of Steel. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour here in historic and beautiful Metropolis, Illinois. If you visited before, leave a comment on what your impressions were like, and also make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye bye.